Hello, I'm ReFabFashion. I'm a part-time reseller based out of Boston, and I sell on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. Most of my sales happen on Poshmark and eBay. eBay is actually performing a little bit better for me these days. I cross-list to all three platforms using Vendu, so everything has an equal chance of selling on each platform. But today I want to go over the fastest sales of the month of March of 2024. I had 98 total sales this month, and a handful sold within a week. So those are the ones I want to review with you. And some I let go for a lower price because it was a quick sale, which I'm kind of usually happy to do depending on the item. But some also were really strong brands and strong sales. So starting with this one, Vuori is a great brand. It has men's and women's athletic clothing and kind of loungewear clothing. This I found new with tags at a Savers. This is a men's size large. I was able to, obviously with the tags have the style name and everything. So I found some stock photos and the description. So this sold in just one day for me for $65, no shipping discount. And my profit on this was $43.89. This is just a basic brand. I don't pick this up. This was from a family member, a pair of Loft from Ann Taylor Loft, navy blue, the Marissa skinny pants. So this is an office workwear pant, nothing too exciting, a good size 12. It was used, but in good condition. I always like to take a picture of the between the legs area just to show there's no wear and pilling and holes and things like that. But I think people who know some of the mall brands for the workwear, the style, the size, they know what fits them. So when they're looking to replace something, a pair of pants or a top for work, I think they know what to look up and search. So this sold really fast. I don't have a profit on this. I just give my family member, the difference of what they made. So not a ton of money, $18, but this sold in just, let's see here, 3 days. This is a great bra brand, Third Love. I sold this for $27 with a shipping discount. This was a decent size, a 34D. It was the Uplift Plunge Bra. The telltale sign is this little charm here, which I guess doesn't really relate to Third Love, the words, but that's their logo. Some people might cut this off, so I wouldn't always go by that. But it's a pretty good brand. This was in great shape. None of the elastic was stretched out or anything. The printing was all very clear on here. So again, I sold this for $27 with a shipping discount. It was a fast sale, just 2 days to sell. My profit was only $13.15, but with a quick turnaround like that, I don't mind. At Savers, things are marked up pretty high. I try to shop with a coupon, either 20 or 30% off. But my profit margins are definitely smaller when I pick up items at Savers. This item also came from a Savers Habitat. I like picking up this brand. I think it's made in New England, if not Massachusetts. I looked up the website once a while ago. I like to get the larger sizes. This one was a more plain piece. They have other prints, and it's kind of more color, more design, art to wear. I didn't put it in my title, but certainly could be art to wear with some of the prints that they have. And this was a cotton 3/4 sleeve, just boxy sweater, but with the new with tags. That's why I picked it up, being a little bit more of a plain piece. I mean, there's still a design on it, but a good size and everything. Again, I found this at a Savers. This sold in just one day for $34 with a shipping discount. I do use Posher VA to automatically share my closet and send offers after 15 or 20 minutes. And I fluctuate between offering a 15% discount and a 20% discount, depending on time of year and how my sales are doing. So this likely came from that, just my automatic offer that someone accepted. This brand is a maternity brand, and this is a nursing top. So there's kind of folds to the clothing so that you can nurse. This was a 1X in this army green color. Just a tank top, so pretty basic. As you see, it didn't sell for much. The brand new doesn't sell for a lot of money. This is an item that I wanted to give it a try. I found it at a Savers, so my cost was $6.43. I am not picking this up. I have seen it a few more times at Savers, tank tops, and I'm not picking it up for this price point, but if I found it for $1 or $2, I definitely would. I think it sells on the faster side. It's a well-known brand if it's in good condition. So this took 6 days to sell on Poshmark, the $10. I didn't make much profit on that with my high cost of goods, but I was excited to try out the brand and kind of learn about it firsthand. This was another Poshmark sale. This was a personal item. This was popular at the beginning of the pandemic, this kind of posture trainer. So you put this on your back, you can wear the necklace and have it dangling, or you can stick it right to your back with these sticky parts and it'll vibrate if you're hunched over too much. So this was barely used. This again was a personal item. So this set together sold pretty fast for $59. I think new they were about $100. So this sold on an offer for the $59 with a shipping discount and took just 1 day to sell. So I suppose if you're out, wearable technology. I also sold a Fitbit recently that was new and sealed. It was a much older model, again, kind of found from a family member cleaning things out. And that sold really well. I think I was trying to sell that for about $200 new, sealed in the package, and it sold for over $100. So if you find any wearable tech, I guess the hard part about getting it at a thrift store or where you don't know who the owner was is, is it in use and can you turn it on? Is it working properly? All of that. But if you find something sealed, even an older model, it's worth looking up. They're pretty easy to sell, ship. They're small, kind of lightweight. This was another family member item. This is a Girl Scouts charm bracelet it was a little hard for me to get a good picture here with all of there's like different languages that say be prepared. There were a few others listed, so I couldn't price this too high, but I priced mine on the higher side. It's just the clasp there. So I was surprised at how quickly this sold. This did sell with an offer with a shipping discount and took 5 days to sell. I really thought this would sell on eBay rather than Poshmark, so that surprised me too. Just with the shipping amount, Poshmark being almost $8, no matter what the weight of the item. Some lighter things like this tend to sell on eBay a little bit better. This was an awesome price point, over $100 for a J. Crew blazer. And I think part of the reason is this blue flip under the collar seemed to be rare. This was a size 2 herringbone wool. I've got this at a Goodwill, and this sold no shipping discount. So I think they made me an offer, or I had lowered the price. But this took just 3 days to sell. And so there are other ones, it had the style code, so I was able to look that up. But I found someone else had listed that blue flip to the collar was quite rare. The rest are red, or the newer, this was from 2019, so I think the 2020 and forward, they made it with a red flip. So, and it retailed for almost $250. So I do like finding J. Crew blazers. Usually the schoolboy is a no-brainer for me. Double-breasted usually is more popular. But if it's 100% wool, herringbone, or houndstooth print, and in good condition, regardless of the size, I'll look it up. And even if it's older, like this is the older tag with the older style tag, but I'll even still, you can always quickly just look it up and see what the pricing is. But I think the quality is there, and, academia, light and dark academia and preppy looks are in right now. So I think that helps with the blazers too. This was a new brand to me. I found this at a local community thrift store, Opetics. These are compression workout leggings. My average cost of goods is under $5 at this particular place compared to the Savers, which is always more like 8 or 9 average cost of goods. But this took just one day to sell. I priced it at $35 and it sold for that amount. It had like this stitching around the knee, so knee tech. It did have a style code. It took me a little while to do some research and figure this out. I don't know that they're still making anything anymore. It had a very old-fashioned looking website, men's and women's and kids, so it was a little hard for me to tell which model this was. But based on measurements, it seemed to make sense that this was a women's size large. And the stitching and this kind of contrast color to the ties, I was able to hone in on a model on the website. So this one, if I found it again, I'd pick it up. But anytime I see interesting compression leggings, like I found some with padded knees that were men's, those sold pretty well. They were a basic brand, but I think any of these more performance or specific use details are worth looking up and just seeing if it's something a little more rare or a little more pricey to begin with. And the last fast sale on Poshmark was this Daily Drills, which is a brand I had not heard of or found before. A bubble skirt, which is in right now, the bubble where it kind of flares out, but then has either elastic or in this case, it had a draw cord. This did have shorts underneath, so a skirt, but the brand called it a bubble skirt, so I put that in the title as well. But just with the big label on the front and then the nylon, which that windbreaker kind of tracksuit nylon style is in right now as well. I was shocked that I found these being white with no stains or any issues at all. So that certainly helped. There were other colors in this style that seemed to be doing better. This was a size large, which was great. I found this at a Savers. This was not priced and I had a good coupon, so I paid less than $5 for this. It sold for $45 and that was an offer I received, so there was no shipping discount. And this took 1 week to sell. It had a lot of likes on it. Yeah, pretty quickly within a week. One Mercari sale, this brand Coolie Bar, I found in men's and women's. This was a like tunic length dress. It's more a tunic as the stock photo shows, but you could kind of adjust the sides to it. But they make mostly UPF materials, so performance wear. This could be for the beach, it could be for golfing or just being outside. They did call it a dress in the brand when I looked up the style. I found this at a Goodwill. Paid just over $5 per item that day, and it sold for $45 on Mercari. Now, this was back before they changed their model, so this was back in March, so there were platform fees of a little over $6, but my profit was $32.65. But yeah, I would look for the Coolie Bar, and then I would look to see, they'll put it right in here if there's a UPF protection, and I think those definitely do better than other pieces. I'm not sure if everything that they make has the UPF. A few on eBay. It's past 90 days, so I don't have the full listing up here. This was a personal item. This surprised me that it sold this long. I am tall, so I have tall and long items, which can do better. Sometimes they can take a little while. This was an older model, though, back when I was working in an office and needed workwear. But this did sell. It was just a plain kind of workwear dress. There was some button details on one shoulder and then at the side. A really soft fabric to this too. So I don't have a cost of goods in. I bought it on sale, I'm sure, brand new, but it sold for $30.59. The buyer paid for shipping, and I made $26.95 in just 2 days. This item was great Spanx. Usually I find the jeans and pants. I don't often find shapewear. But this was a great item. It was full slip, kind of came past the hips, and a nude color. I found this at a Savers, so my average cost of goods was $8.31. But this was a great item even at that price point. It sold for $29.74. The buyer paid shipping, and my profit was $18.77 and sold in just 1 day. And the last fast sale from March is a cool item. This is a great outerwear brand, men's and women's. I'm finding some of the older items are not having much traction too quickly, so I do believe this one was a more modern style. It was in excellent condition, kind of this dark green Henley long sleeve in a size medium for men. I found this at a Goodwill. It sold for $29.99 and the buyer paid shipping. My profit was just over $20. So I hope that's helpful to you. You know, the outdoor brands in the springtime do really well. The Coolie Bar with the UPF, Vuori, the athletic wear, and this one here, cool. Um, what else? But some hard goods too. It was an interesting mix of things that sold quickly this month. Not my standard brands and items that I would have thought of. But also, springtime, you saw that there was a wool blazer. Um, it can really vary. The workwear, outdoor wear, it was quite varied this month. But thanks for joining me. I hope this information is helpful to you. It seemed that the kind of what's selling fast or what's selling for a good price subset is more appealing to people viewing my videos than just the general kind of going over everything week to week. So I'm planning to just kind of focus on the fast sales to help you decide what to pick up and sell yourself. So thanks for joining me and hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.